Hey guys! This is Samantha Franzen with Decidedly So. I am coming back at you today, and we're doing this in a different format. We are going live today, mostly because I like to just encourage some of this engagement back and forth with you guys. What we're doing this month is we are talking all about the ladies. These ladies. And yes, October has notoriously been known for focusing on the ladies, but we're going to do this in a little bit of a different fashion. And so that's why I wanted to jump on here today, you guys, is to share what the October focus is going to be here on Decidedly So and how it's going to be different. So last video, I got pretty vulnerable with you guys, and I shared about my journey through endometriosis. And I also talked about how here on Decidedly So, the conversations and the topics that we discuss are not always going to be super easy or mainstream or conventional. That some of them might be maybe a little bit controversial, and I feel like this is kind of one of those topics that's going to fall into that category. And before I dive into this focus for the month, I want you to know and remember, that where I'm leading from is that place of love, and that empathetic, I've been there. I've walked this wellness journey. I've walked the hard road, and now I'm sharing with you in a way that is from my heart because I want better for you. So, month of October. I'm going to poke the big bear, right? This month is all about all pink everything, from the NFL to your grocery store aisles to fast food restaurants, you guys. Pink cups and pink carriers and all of these things that are pink. The whole awareness factor, I feel, is very prevalent in our society. We have had that front and center for a lot of years. And I personally have found that I can't allow myself to continue to stay in just the awareness camp. That I believe that we've got to start talking about some of the things that we can be doing on a day-to-day basis to actually reduce and hopefully prevent some of us from potentially developing those cancers. Right now, we are dealing with a society for women where 1 in 8 of us will be diagnosed with breast cancer in our lifetime. That's really disturbing. 40, 50 years ago, we were dealing with 1 in 20 women. And according to the National Institute of Environmental Health and Sciences, over 85% of women who are diagnosed with breast cancer have zero, nada, zippo, zilch family history of breast cancer. 85% of women diagnosed. I really want you guys to just take a minute and really let that sink in. 85%. And then ask yourself, what exactly does that mean? Well, to me, it means that we're not dealing with just genetics here. We're dealing with environmental exposures that are playing a role in this increased level of diagnosis. What does that mean? What is our environment? The food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the homes we live in, the businesses that we work within. And also, one of the main focuses we have here, the products that we put on our skin, our body's largest organ. So my thought in this process is that there are actually things that all of us can be doing to decrease or prevent our chances of developing breast cancer. And that is great news, especially when we've spent decades now, you guys, raising money for pink, right? We've been raising money and funds for all of these nonprofits to bring awareness to this issue. And my really hard question for you is, in all of that money that's been raised, how much closer are we to a cure? I don't feel like when we're seeing 1 in 8 women diagnosed that we're a heck of a lot closer, you guys. So in my last video, I talked about knowledge being power, right? The whole saying around here is know better, do better. So when I'm able to share information with you guys in a way that empowers you and gives you a new little tidbit of knowledge, that's my goal. I know that in my wellness journey, I've spent way too much time scouring labels and reading ingredients and investigating this, that, and the other. And it is exhausting. There's a level of hypervigilance almost that I've taken on. And it's exhausting and it's overwhelming. And I can understand that that is a resonating feeling for a lot of people when they start looking at these complex issues. But my goal here is that by sharing this information with you guys through Decidedly So, through this platform, that I can make this process a whole heck of a lot easier for everybody. So that's what we're doing this month. We're focusing on breast cancer prevention rather than breast cancer awareness. And I'm going to be bringing videos and articles and tips and tricks and all of the different things that you guys can be doing to reduce your exposure to potential and known carcinogens and empower you to make some better choices for yourselves and your families. So, and then at the end of the month, I'm going to go even more rogue on you guys. And I'm going to sit down with one of my favorite wellness doctors who has walked this really complex path of cancer in her own family, and talk about what do you do when you do get the diagnosis and what does that look like. So lots of really exciting things to come in the month of October, you guys. I am really nervous to talk about some of this, but I am also so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I like it. And I hope that you guys do too. And like I said, I'm really excited to share this information in a way that's empowering. So if you find this valuable, if this is exciting to you, I'd love to hear in comments anything that you want to hear about, learn about, all of that jazz. And if there's somebody that is in your life that can also benefit from this information that we're going to be sharing throughout the month of October, please share with them, follow along on this page, and I will be back at you guys in a real short amount of time to share some more tips and tricks. So take care. Hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Thank you, guys.